All right, folks, let's get right into it. How the heck are you? I am Fastidious. Should you summon on tomorrow's banner for RUEN Hollow and Malvera? Kind of yes, a lot of no. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you are going to summon for Anora, and you have anything but the absolute bare minimum quantity of summons, you should summon on the RUEN Hollow Malvera banner, as this is the only banner, the only invocation banner, the kind of banners that take rare summoning crystals and diamonds, that is going to be live at the same time as the Anora limited 200 guaranteed exclusive banner, blah, 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 right? It is the only similar banner running concurrently, and that is very relevant because that's how you pity manipulate. If you don't know what I mean, I do have a bunch of guides on pity manipulation. This is a summoning technique that you can do when there is a limited exclusive event, 200 guaranteed hero banner, like Anora, like we've seen with many others in the past, Yao Chan, Wukong, Kagiri, Dahlia, Lust. You get the picture. Those kind of heroes. When those heroes are live, they are a normal, in a sense, invocation banner, so they do have a rare summoning pity. Separately, though, they have their own unique and independent tally, which is counting up to the 200. And when you hit 200 on those banners, if you have not yet summoned the limited exclusive unit, it's guaranteed on 200. So if you're not getting lucky and hitting early, you are empowered by a lot of information. And this does let you manipulate your pity in a way so you can get close to a free bonus legendary. It might sound complicated. I promise it is not. If you're confused, I'm going to be streaming this all morning tomorrow. You can participate and sign up. We'll put the sign up sheet in the description in the top pinned comment. Signing up for a polls party is always 100% free. It's something I do for content and for the community. So it is a free, fun, communal service. Or you can just watch it and learn, but you'll see how I do it. I do have a bunch of guides. I'll put my favorite guide in the description in the top pinned comment as well, so you can learn. Also, guys, super quick, if you're not yet subscribed, please do that. Thank you. Should you summon for RUEN Hollow and Malvera, if you're going for Anora and you have anything but the absolute bare minimum number of summons, like if you're anything but a player trying to scrape together 200, if you're even a little bit comfortable, then yes, you should be going for this just for the one legendary to pity manipulate. However, the real question at hand, should you be summoning for RUEN Hollow and Malvera, not counting Anora, not counting pity manipulation? And honestly, definitely not. There's no reason to at all. I'm going to walk you through it, but I have put out a big guide and showcase testing RUEN Hollow. You can see this was 3 days ago. A lot of you have already watched it, so thank you very much. TLDR, he kind of blows. He's like maybe a 5 out of 10 marksman in terms of DPS, maybe 5.5, maybe 6 out of 10. So average to slightly above average, and I'm kind of including epics in that calculus too. The thing that makes him special is going to be his invisibility, but his invisibility is not enough to make up for his very mediocre damage. So I see people asking, is he going to be an Allura replacement? And my answer would be, technically he could be. But I think when people are looking and searching and scouting out, you know, what's incoming in terms of future heroes for an Allura replacement, they're not talking about an invisible marksman who can do some damage. Because technically, by that metric, any invisible marksman is an Allura replacement. I think what people are looking for is a unit who can do Allura's job much better than she can, because right now she is barely able to do her job as an invisible marksman at the highest levels. And for her to be able to do that job, she needs a bunch of awakenings, she likely needs her exclusive artifact, and she certainly needs her exclusive bangle, her exclusive piece of gear. So people want an easier, better solution, a cleaner solution. And when RUEN Hollow was announced, when I went to test him, when a lot of people went to test him, including the Watcher of Realms official testers, not just content creators, so we'll get to that in a second, people had high hopes, and universally, everyone was let down by him. The multipliers for single target are pretty good, but they're definitely not good, certainly not great, absolutely not amazing. The AoE is okay, but extremely unreliable, and it doesn't really go where you want it to go. And all in all, he's a very underwhelming unit. So not the kind of unit you should be targeting if you're hoping he's going to solve a bunch of problems. So who should be targeting him? Basically two people. People that think he's about to get a buff, which is possible, and we're going to talk about that. I've gone back and forth with it. I've gone back and forth with the devs a lot on that, and people who just want him for the collection. So that's going to be me over here. I have every normal legendary in the game, so I will pull on this to an extent, just so I have an opportunity to get him for my Pokédex, but I believe currently he is unusable for most accounts, let alone a built-out account like mine. So do not go for him for his current value, because it really doesn't exist. He's worse than Allura, and that's even with Awakenings. So let's go into some official testing, and let's talk about it. Go watch my video if you want to see everything in action. I tried hard to make him work, and he does not really work. This is the other big Discord in the game, besides mine. So definitely check out mine, the Fast and the Fastidious. If you don't believe me, both the official Discord and my Discord put up a poll yesterday at the behest of the devs, where we were voting on Demon Soldier stuff, right? And you can see the official poll, though they closed it after like 24 hours, got 545 votes. My poll certainly got more votes. And that's not to say we have a better server. It's just to prove how active this server truly is. We're at 820 votes right now. So if you want to be in a very engaged, lively Watcher of Realms community, come check this out. However, the official Discord is still a great resource because you can find other things like these community polls hosted by people that aren't me. You can find game news, official announcements, promo codes. I do share all of that on my Discord, but this is a great place to get stuff quickly. And they do have independent testers. They call these guys War Cabinet members. These basically are people on the test server who aren't content creators. They're just doing testing and putting out kind of guide written content for viewers. And you can see, I don't know who wrote this one. Do they call him out? Because I'll call him out. Here we go. Malver, very honest guy. When people do this for the devs, this is very much like an official channel. They tend to flower things up a bit and make things sound better than they are. And I guess he did that a little bit with a 4-star rating. A little bit insane, unless you're talking about for progression. Certainly for progression, he's fine, like up through stage 20, maybe 21, maybe even 22. But 23 and certainly 24, where people cared the most about having a solution and having invisibility for that right side, moving on from their hot sit and then their decked out Allura, people wanted a lot better than this, and he is not a 4-star there. But you can see, this is very honest. I had very high hopes for RUEN in Gear Aid 3. Seeing his kit, I assumed he would be a perfect fit for the right side, offering an alternative to Allura. Sadly, he does not seem to have enough output to properly handle the right side alone, and even with a Yovar aiming at the right side, the damage is a bit short. It's a lot more than a bit short. It really is. In the absolute best Soulbound Arcana gear I had on the entire account of my test server, which is better than 99.99% of you guys probably have because I re-rolled it over and over. It's the freaking test server. It's God tier gear. He wasn't even close to taking out those guys on the top right. And that was with the presence of a Lady Alex. So frankly, for him to work, you would need God tier gear. You would need a Lady Alex helping him in the top right. And then you would need, in like this spot here, if you can picture the map, pointing to the right, to that bottom right portal, you would need a very strong Yovar or Sithra getting ready to snipe stuff. You can see Malver said, one could likely push gear further and make a RUEN at A5, cover the right side with assistance from Yovar, Sithra, Alex, or a combination of them. Certainly it would be a combination, but he is not the right side powerhouse I expected. And this is very political, but it's very well said. I'll read between the lines. He kind of sucks at this thing we wanted him to be good at. It is as simple as that. Now, could he get buffed? I absolutely believe he could, and likely I think he will. But is that worth betting on? It depends on your kind of account. I would say a normal player, that's a weird gamble to make. I did go back and forth with the developers a lot over the past few days. I did my RUEN Holo testing about 5 or 6 days ago, so I've been pretty informed for a while. Even before I filmed that video, I had already done preliminary testing for about an hour or two, and I was like, this guy is not even close. What's going on? And basically, this is where we settled. The devs did confirm they are receptive to the idea. They're open to the idea of rebalancing him, of reworking his kit, to put it in layman's terms, buffing this scrub. However, that's what I'm saying. I'm the layman here. The devs didn't say it that way. However, what they did say was they were not going to do it before his release. That is confirmed now because he's coming out tomorrow. If you're watching this tomorrow, he just came out today. If you're watching this on Saturday, so there you go. So they said they would revisit it. They are considering it, but it would be in the future. So post-release. post you pulling on this banner. So you make of that what you'd like. I basically was imploring them behind the scenes to say, hey, if you want to like have this be a successful banner, have players be happy, frankly, make yourselves some money, because that's kind of their bottom line most of the time. This banner needs to be improved, and that needs to happen through Ruin Hollow being functional at his role and not being a scrub. And they were like, yeah, we can't turn that around that fast. That's just not going to happen. So there you go. I absolutely think no normal player should be seeking him out. Great little opportunity for pity manipulation just because it's running at the same time. So if it lines up, do it. If it doesn't line up, don't break your back doing it. I will say Malvera is the real prize on this banner. I do love her. She is definitively like a top 4 tank in this game. She's extremely relevant. I will say though, you know, she's not Cadgrum. She's not Cyrus. I don't think, and then in terms of like support and stuff, she's not Draylin or something. So she's just an excellent, excellent tank. And I don't think that's enough to seek out right now, especially when they're running her banner constantly. This is like her 3rd banner in under a year, might even be her 4th. So I don't see why you would go out of your way just to summon for her, as much as I do love her. There are a lot of places in this game for her. There's a lot of places she does very well. There's no place right now where she's like strictly meta. She had moments in Malric. She had moments certainly on GVG defense, but I would say currently in content like that, she's not dominating in some major way. She's just very, very good. So like I said, excellent consolation prize, excellent unit to target on the pity manipulation, but I wouldn't go crazy on this banner just for her. If you're a big spender, you know, definitely pick up a Malvera copy if you don't have. If you have a ton of stuff saved, because it doesn't seem like we have so much coming anytime soon. I anticipate Valentine's Day to be the next really, really big moment besides Honora right now. That is everything I have to share. So you do with all this information what you would like. TLDR, I really think basically everyone should go for Honora. I cannot overstate how powerful a guarantee is. It's just guaranteed. Worst case scenario, it's 200 summons and you know you're getting something good, or you know you're getting awakenings for something good if you already have her. You know, if you want to see my Honora Should You Summon and showcase, I put that out like 2 or 3 days ago. Definitely go watch that. I can probably find that for you right here. Yeah, there you go. Actually, it was 2 days ago. It says 1 day, but this was 2 days ago, 2 nights ago. Definitely go check that out. I really think I check everything off in that one. I think I cover my bases. And that's kind of what we're looking at. Ruin Hollow right now, I would say he is very mediocre. On the new version of the tier list that's going to be rolling out over the next couple weeks, I just finished the official rubric. It's actually live on the website if you want to go check it out and see how the new rubric's going to work. I do still have to go back and update every single grade for every single unit that we grade on the site, but you can kind of get a sense how it works. With the new system, Ruin Hollow is probably going to come out as like at best a B rated unit, maybe borderline C, probably would be just a solid B. He's just not that good. He really isn't. He's got cool support functionalities with his Phantom Arrow, which you'll see in the showcase I did on him. The way he triggers it, the way you control it, it's not reliable. It's not enough damage. It's not cool enough. It basically just brings a pretty nice defense break. And is that worth seeking out? Absolutely not. So there you go. Should you summon? Yes for pity manipulation, no otherwise. That is my verdict. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Fastidious. If you like my stuff, please do subscribe to the channel. If you want to be a part of that Honora Pulse party tomorrow, like I said, the link for that is in the description and the top pinned comment. Definitely join. The more the merrier. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll do some great pity manipulation as well. Thank you. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.
Fastidious.